Here again, there's no shortage of cool signs in Taiwan. There appear to be some earthworks going on in this valley. Alas, here begins the historic trail. Right, so this trail is really jungly and close, and I haven't seen anybody. It's a nice, warm, humid day, so my snake sense is on full alert, but I'm just gonna keep in mind that it's probably big lizards if anything moves. It's pretty cool when you're hiking and you just turn around and see steam just pumping out of the mountainside over there. And here we have a lot of vines. Vines everywhere. Now I've come upon a pretty cool bridge, and this was below me. Right, so we had two options here. We had the non-paved path and the paved path, but this one supposedly leads by a boar hunter's house, so we're going to try this way. There's a sign here explaining what this is, but I have no idea because it's all in Chinese. But this is some sort of stone quarry field. So maybe these are bits of quarried stone on display or something. I don't know if you can see the stone pillar here, and there's definitely, you can see little traces of ruin. And we have a little gate with a stone archway, well grown over. And this apparently was once the home of a wild boar hunter who lived in this area. But oh, here's another door, and I don't really feel like necessary. Interesting wood work on the ceiling, and there's this big coil of cable or something in here. See the stone walls here, and this is why you always carry a flashlight, even if you're going hiking just in the day and you're 100% positive you're gonna get out by night. And an iron door knocker thing here. Right, so this little part of the compound is much more hospitable, just because the roof is bare, letting all this light in. Got a little window over here, some mud floor. We have this mud and growth through the walls, and then what I guessed was some sort of like thatch ceiling that only the beams are left. We got a little shrine. Yeah. So we're getting much higher now. It's really, really pretty up here. They always get away before I can catch them on camera, but we're gonna try. Oh, it just flinched. I know I'm here. I wanna look at you. I wanna look at you. Been in the trees so long, I finally popped out, and I'm on top of that big wall leaking gas. I can't leave it. I can't leave it. My path eventually goes this way, but I've got to try to get over there. So I've just come down a path, a part of a path that's lovingly called the 120 Steps, which needs no further introduction. And I've climbed up on this big rock, trying to get a view of what's around me, and it appears that the trail just goes into the trees over there, but I want to go over there. I want to go over there without retracing a long, long way. I'm going to follow it a little bit further, see if it hooks left. I'm all up in the woods again. However, I'm going to try this trace. So here we have some roadside fields. I was just reading about on a little signpost, and apparently this used to be like Even though this is pretty mountainous, there were some terraced rice fields here, and the guy also grew sweet potatoes, and then he would just sell them and buy on, and then apparently the landowner raised the rent, so he left, and they've just been fallow ever since. So, the last little trace didn't work. I've gone I've backtracked, well, not backtracked, but gone away from my final destination about maybe half a kilometer or so, but this looks promising. Right, so I came through here, and now I'm here. Let's see what happens. Right, so I'm quite officially off trail now, and it's not necessarily a good thing in this case, just because it's extremely grassy. I can't really see what's around my feet. Well, the great assurance that I have, though, is the smell of, like brimstone in the air, which tells me I'm getting close. Right, well, today takes the cake for the most times I've been hit in the face with bamboo leaves, but as it often does, as it so often does, adventure has rewarded me, and I appear to be at the top of the Post-Volcanic Crags. Oh yes, we're in dragon territory now. Could be a dragon anywhere up here. They love volcanoes, dragons. Holy shit. Right, and so what we've got over here is a natural Mako spring. There's probably some materia over there I can get. This place is wild. You got like the mists of the clouds closing in on me and the steam rising. That is not something you see every day. You just have a pillar of rock covered in sulfur crystal. Which smells a lot like eggs. Interesting little door in the rock here, or should I say window. It's probably just large enough for me to stick my arm there. Climbing up here was pretty fun. It's just a bit flaky. Right, so climbing up here was quite fun. Now it's time to get out of here before I get fucking arrested or something. Right, so if you read this blog and you think, man, I gotta go to that fumarole, and you find yourself in this situation, you're pretty much on the right track, my friend. Right, so I'll have to remember these little stepping stones are the way to get there. So now I'm about maybe 1.5 kilometers of nice open trail to my destination. It's getting a little foggy, but it hasn't rained yet. And the only problem is that I have to go back up the 120 steps. As you can see, I'm all up in the clouds now. And just got a clean white canvas around me here. So at long last, I've reached the gate. And I know this was a good hike because it got a little dirty this time. I'm climbing around in a little bit of mud down here. The pants got a little roughed up, but good day. So I'm laying on the grass, and all I can see is just white and the black of my eyelashes. If I look this way, grass and mist. This way, grass and mist, and a cow pat. And it is super comfy, just till day here. It's really white and misty. Visibility here is extremely limited, as you can see, or to be more precise, as you cannot.